If you were a guru,
If I were a guru.
I think there's a song in that? Yeah. If you were a guru, let's say you were extraordinarily high vibrational. Not that you're not, but let's just say you were like extraordinarily high vibrational. A guru type. So we're just going to say the word guru. You guys can fill in your favorite one, right? Usually they wear orange. We've noticed.
Saffron.
Oh, it's saffron. Okay. Very cool. Color with all those crayons, after all. So you're saffron-clad individual who is extraordinarily high vibrational and is in a very different kind of experience than you are typically, meaning they don't typically live the way you live, right? Those folks typically have a whole bunch of people who hang out with them, and they travel around and they give talks and they do stuff like that. They're not usually mowing the lawn is what we're getting at, right? Okay. They might as some kind of like educational lecture or whatever, but typically they're living a different kind of life than you're living, okay? So if you were a guru, you'd probably live a very different life than you do now. But one of the main things that we see as the challenge of being a guru, and you know we're using guru really big word, big quotes, right? That kind of person. Just, we're trying to make a conversation. Okay. The big challenge here is that they're aware of a lot of stuff, right? They've got people, they've got their devotees coming to them energetically and verbally. They go all around the world a lot of times, so they see lots of different cultures, lots of different situations, lots of different ways people are living. They're attuned in a way to the flow of energy. Their awareness level is very high. Let's just call it that. And their influence energetically is very big, but not as big as the highness of their awareness. So let's say they're aware of 1,000 widgets of awareness. Okay? You like that? 1,000 widgets of awareness? They're aware of 1,000 widgets of awareness, and they can have direct impact, meaning one-on-one, or building a house for somebody, or putting their influence behind something, to let's say 100. Okay? So they're aware of 1,000, and they can actually, quote, do something about 100. Of course, they can emanate through the entire thing, the 1,000 and the more. But let's just say, you're a guru, you've got 50,000 people who will probably do what you ask them to do. What do you ask them to do? That's what we mean. You know, if you said, we're going to build a village in India, a bunch of them are going to come and they're going to build a village in India. You got it? See our point? That's what we mean. They have influence. They have high level of awareness. What do they choose? Well, they each choose whatever they're going to choose. That's not the lesson of why we're bringing this up. The lesson of why we're bringing this up is, what about the other 900? High vibrational, very aware beings have to hold the knowledge of the 900. And so will you. By that we mean you will be aware of things that you could have influence on, that you will not choose to have influence upon. Just like that little wall they were talking about. They were talking about things within yourself, right? But you can extrapolate that to also include. Now, a good way to see this is like when you have an earthquake in Japan or in Haiti, and you think, oh my God, those people, they don't have any place to live. You look in your checkbook and you send off whatever you send off. And you think, I wish I could do more, right? So there's that, you know, that energy of, I can't really do much. I can send them positive energy, and I can send them light, and I can send them love, and I can be positive. But as far as my two hands, my checkbook, my friends that'll maybe do something if I ask them to collaborate with me, you have a smaller set of influence than maybe you wish you did, knowing what you know. Okay? Are you guys following this? Okay. So if you were extremely high vibrational, and even if you didn't have 50,000 followers, whatever, the awareness of what is going on increases exponentially, and your physical ability to do any interaction with it doesn't. The balancing between those two, especially healing service mentality, is enormous. And this is one of the reasons you have to heal service mentality. Because you can't grow to your awareness if your awareness has to be tied to how much you can have influence on. You see? And this is why your awareness of your emanation and the fact that the mystery of your emanation, you don't know who it affects, right? You just emanate because it's your truth, becomes the way you interact with the world. Because if you tied what your two physical hands and your checkbook actually do to your success as a spiritual being, well, even if you were out there every single day volunteering for Habitat for Humanity or something like that, Red Cross, you only can do so much. And this is why investing in your energetic and raising your vibration is really the way you emanate your desire to help into the world, right? But the key here and the important thing is that you realize that your awareness will expand and your ability to physically do something will not. And what you choose to apply your physical skills toward is your free will, and the difference is your spiritual challenge. It's really, really easy, and you know people have done this, and you've probably done it yourself, to say, oh, there's so many problems in the world I can't do anything about, and then you do nothing, including not work on yourself, because you feel overwhelmed by the idea that the world is so screwed up and you can't do anything about it. You know, people look out into the world, they see the glass is half empty instead of half full, and that gives them justification for not doing anything. Whereas we say, focus on what is in your lap, emanate your truth into the world. Got it, the difference? So, to recap, the higher your vibration, the more widgets of awareness you'll have. And we don't just mean like awareness of international events. We mean awareness of energetics. You get into a conversation with someone and you're aware they're in victim mentality. And you're like, oh my God, I've known you for 25 years and it never hit me how much of a victim you are. I can't do anything about that other than emanate my truth. Okay, that's the kind of, but also international stuff, okay? A lot of you get really sensitive to the weather, so you know when stuff's going to happen. Like you said, you knew that earthquake was coming. You know, that's some awareness there, right? Okay, so you have 1,000 widgets of awareness, just to pick a number. 10, let's say, you actually do something physically about. And by physically, we mean you actually physically interact with them. You give some money, you donate your old clothes, you go build a house on the weekend, you pick up garbage out of the creek. Okay? Maybe another 10 or 30 you talk about on Facebook and try to get people aware, something, you know, you say this is something I'm passionate about, right? So maybe 50 of them you actually interact with. The 950 that you say, it's on that side of the wall and that's okay. Allowing yourself to not judge yourself, beat yourself up, hate yourself for not doing more, and to be very disciplined if you decide to add any more to your plate, we feel will be increasingly something you're going to need to be attentive to.